been acclaimed in Board Panda, a popular e-zine for her dynamic still image of Banksy Tunnel. Also, she is now attributed for coining the phrase dystopian romanticism, a unique genre of image making. Tunde Valiszka was selected and featured as Sony Alpha Female, Sony's global platform that highlights women pushing boundaries in photography and filmmaking.
I was not going to become a photographer at all. I went into a complete different direction. I moved to London when I was very young, and I did a BA in journalism and media. And I was working as an intern back in the days for a lifestyle magazine, writing live music reviews and interviewing bands. And I was an intern and they didn't have budget for me. So I also had to deliver photos with the articles. And my photos always turned out to be better than my writing. So that was sort of first sign. But if I really, think about this, the first time I held a camera, I was around like 4 years old because my mom was a hobby photographer. And like, most 4 years olds, I used to hang out with my mom. And I used to hang out with her in our dark room that she built for herself, developing negatives and, just you used to hang out, take photos together. And I started traveling solo more than 15 years ago because like I always wanted to see the world, and who has the time to wait for other people to do what you want to do? So I just grabbed my camera and I started traveling. And since I always had my camera with me, I was always taking photos, like of the locations that I was visiting. It wasn't anything specific, streets mainly, places I visited. And then Instagram happened 11 years ago or when, and I started sharing my photos. People started to show interest in my work, and people started messaging to me that they want to be photographed by me. And at the time I was not really ready to take portrait photos of anyone, or I was not like I wasn't comfortable doing that, but I was also, like very excited that, oh my God, like people want to be photographed by me. That was about like 10 years ago. And my very first commissioned portrait work was commissioned paid work. So, so this is how it kind of started. And I always loved traveling in Asia, and I always loved Asia. And I think in 2018, I visited Kathmandu in Nepal, and it was raining like crazy. And I didn't want to waste any time. So I went out to shoot the streets of Kathmandu. And at night, and there were a lot of neon lights, and it looked very dystopian. It looked very cinematic, the outcome of the photos. And people started telling me, others started telling me that your photos look very Blade Runner. They look like film scenes from Blade Runner. So it wasn't like intentional that I'm gonna go on the streets and I'm gonna photograph something that looks like Blade Runner. I don't think that's really like possible. And that's how it all happened.